Hello, my name's Andy. What I want to talk about today on my little travels is life a little bit, and not necessarily life, it's more like lies. 'Cause we're not really living lives, we're living lies, living through lies, and we call that life, whatever, however you want to look at it. But how it's starting to come to me is, this is all a play. And, our directors, our news, our media, the content that we take in, they give us our forecast, not necessarily a weather, but they're instilling the content that we're supposed to be talking about. I don't watch the news. I collect some of it from, various sources like Zach Hubbard with Gematria Effect News, and really that's about the only one I really watch. I listen to Max Egan sometimes, David Icke a little bit, but besides all that, what I want to get down to is looking at these lies as a play, and you're a character in this play. They give you a name, they give you your script, they here soon, if all is right, like with these vaccines or this 5G network, whatever you want to call it, if these things that they're saying are legit about this stuff, about it, soon we are going to be either eliminated or even more controlled than we are now. And some people are like, oh well, I don't feel controlled. I don't feel controlled like that. If you weren't controlled, would you be doing the things that you're doing? I wouldn't. I understand that I'm controlled. I don't like it. I'm trying to get out of it. I'm open to contracting with people and doing something that I like. I love to grow food. I love to just provide produce to people that need it or want it, whatever. But your character, my character, Straw Man, the Straw Man from The Wizard of Oz, we don't have any brains. Because if we had any brains, we wouldn't be doing the things that we're supposed to be doing by their script, or, listening to their content, playing our roles. We would just be like, no, I'm out. I'm going to go, and it reminds me a line of a Nako line where he knows a businessman that scrapped his business plan while screaming, fuck the man, he gave into the land. Not necessarily having to give into the land, but giving into your purpose, giving into what you really truly feel that you are on this plane of existence to do. Learn about yourself, learn about what the universe has given you to provide yourself a living, to provide your family with a living. Essentially, what I'm talking about is a heaven on earth. You're not ruled. You're not ruled by words, corporations, your character. You're not ruled by your character. You rule your character. Because right now the the script has been flipped. Because what we are supposed to be in control of our name. I am. I filed my paperwork, my UCC1 paperwork. I have copyright my name, common law, through the newspaper. I don't know what more I need to do other than what I'm doing now and trying to get people to do it as well, because this breaks your bond with the corporate state, the corporate state of Ohio, the corporate state of Tennessee, the corporate state. It's a state of mind. And if you're living in that state, then that's when they have jurisdiction over you, is when you've already given them that jurisdiction over your state of mind. Because really there is no states. There are no states. There's your state of mind, your state of being. And because they're imaginary lines, for one. There is no America. There is no anything in reality. But this is the lies that I'm telling you. This is what we are living out. We're living out the lies of others so they can have lives. You know, we're just their goyim, their trash, their pawns, really, so they can have whatever they want. They can fulfill their desires. You know, they give you a manipulated form of what feels good, and we believe it. I believed it for a long time, and I started not believing it. I stopped believing, period. And I started knowing things. I wanted to know things. And that's where a lot of it starts, is you have to have the will to understand, the will to want to create a positive change, the will to want to get out of the situation that you're living in. And this comes from a Wookiefoot song. You know, you change, how does it go? No, it was just on the tip of my tongue. If you want the world you see to change, you have to change the way you see the world. And that's very profound, very deep, really. And I know they're a really good band that they kind of muck up with their little splash of new age and stuff in there, but there's truths in everything. You know, I'm not a believer in anything. What I know is what I know. And sometimes the more I know, I figure out I don't know. But these are all just scripts as well, you know, philosophy, religion, government. These all play a role in the character that they're creating. They're creating you. They've created you. They were creating me until I discovered what was going on. And you can call me a crazy conspiracy theorist, whatever, but I did the work. I jumped off the deep end. I can remember even going to the Christian God at a point in my life. This was 8 years ago, probably, to where I said I needed a break. I said I need a break. I need to discover things. And if it's true that you created everything, I need to find out what you've created, what other men have created to either define you, to have a higher explanation of you, and come to find out that we're all it. To define it, and 8 years ago, I've been in this soul searching for 8 years, and I've had my huge affirmations, them huge moments, like it was in my face the whole time, and like what I'm explaining to you now just might sound like all rubbish, or just might sound like absurd or whatever, but when you look at things as deeply as the occult and the stronghold it plays on all of us from birth, and I'm saying all of us that are separated from them, or what they call they, they go by many names. Some people are like, it's the Freemasons, blah, 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 blah. I don't even want to attack or get into specific groups, because within them groups, there's more groups, and then there's more groups, and then there's more groups, and it's all compartmentalized. Just satanic. It's broken. It's not whole. And probably the deeper you go, they probably see things more holistic than the other parts. But, them are just your pyramid schemes. They only see what they want them to see. But at the end of the day, what really has control is us, is you, is me. We are all gods. We all make up our reality. And in a whole, we are part of God. So to see us separate from it is satanic. It is divisive. It is not whole. It is not holy. God is whole. Look around. Everything, in the totality of everything, it is here. It exists in that moment. Eternally here. No matter what they do, even if they destroy all the humans, they're still part of God, whether they like it or not. They just try to manipulate it. They manipulate the laws, the people, to get us, because they can't change the laws. They can only get us to think that the laws have been changed. And they want us to think that these laws are subjective, that they're able to change. Like, look at perfect examples. Look at prohibition of alcohol. They said that was against the law. You couldn't do it. Although people were, until when? They could control it through taxes, tithing, things like that, and that sorts. And then it automatically become not a law. So these are subliminal weapons of war, words, to get us to believe things that aren't true. And that is really the totality of everything, why we've created this world of suffering and of strife and stuff, is because we believe things that aren't true. We believe that we are our names when we're not. If you write your name on a piece of paper, is that you? That's separate, right? That separates you. It's not whole anymore. They've pulled you out of the living being. They pulled your soul, in a sense. They pulled your soul out and put it on a piece of paper. And now your soul remains in that piece of paper, and they own that piece of paper. You're debt. You're debt to them. You're nothing but credit. You are human trafficked in a subtle way because you work for them. I hope that a lot of these things are making sense, because this is what goes on in my head. These are the things that I concentrate and meditate on, is to trying to find my soul, my living and experiencing life as it is. real life, melting down all the uh, names, titles, achievements, goals, whatever, and all that really exists is the moment and me in it. So I'm getting close to work. I hope that some of you guys made it through it, and I have seen that I've picked up a couple more subscribers. I'd like to say thank you for joining me, and let's see if we can contract together. What can we do for each other to get out of the system? Let's get out of this corporate way of being. Let's get out of our corporate states and get into a real state, a reality state of being, truly being, and speak to you all soon.